around a couple pages here, financials.
And these are all last month's bills, and they're not this month's bills. Can I get your name?
Any corrections or additions to the minutes as printed? Any corrections or further discussion?
I'll make a motion to accept.
I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the minutes as printed. Any further discussion? Any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passed.
And then can I get your name?
Randy Peterson.
You're the one that makes all the books? You say Randy Peterson? You're the one that makes the big book? The blue book?
Yep.
Wow, I admire all your work. Very cool.
Any further questions or discussions on the finance? This ones are not on there, so. Any further discussion? Somebody entertain a motion to accept or decline?
I make a
What do you-
motion to
What do
accept.
you accept? The financials,
Yeah.
which you don't have.
Well, these are
Yeah,
last month's,
this is
right?
it.
Last one,
Last one.
Yeah.
they're on the second page.
Those are the bills paid. Okay.
Yep.
You won't make a motion on approving the bills.
I make
that were already-
Okay, I'll second.
Okay, motion has been made and seconded. Any further discussion? Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Old
Finances.
business.
Yeah, the finances are not here because I did not have that computer.
Wish I would have known that. I would have done this 2 days ago.
Well, that's why.
That's why it's 6 o'clock.
Did you already go to the bar?
Supper, it ain't gonna happen before the meeting.
There's like pictures in here.
That's why when I talked to you yesterday, I said you were busy, you were gonna get a hold of me. 1 hour before the meeting doesn't work.
We also need the stuff off this computer onto the new computer so that it's in the right hands. Tomorrow. If that's the way it's gonna be. Agreed?
That's up to her. She was supposed to get a hold of me when it works for her, to make sure that it works with my schedule. She's busy, I'm busy, we're both busy.
I understand that.
This is embarrassing.
Yeah. Old business. business, apartment repairs, bath, laundry, floor. Steve Colder, he's not electrical, he's just a contractor.
That was updated in the minutes though.
Ordered parts to come in early May, he got the windows in, surround, he's done up there. Bill was paid. Meter reader job description, I reached out to Rich, he is not interested. Jed has stepped up and is willing to do it. I believe they were together last 2 weeks ago, a week ago.
Yes.
And I asked Rich that they do at least one more month as far as reading so that there's no questions. Mary, you got everything on time for your billings?
I got it, but I also had to talk to Jed because he didn't know who some of the people lived in the houses or where they were at, because Rick only went to a couple places with him and left him on his own.
Yeah, well,
So,
doesn't surprise me.
No, it doesn't either.
I also need to know who I'm paying for this month. Is it gonna be one or two of them? And it's gotta be motioned. Does it not?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay.
And I guess, I don't care, I guess if it went to both of them or not, or if Jed's okay with per se a half a check if he only got a few houses of training.
yeah, because he did part of the houses and then he didn't finish them till the next day. And I said, you can't do that. You gotta finish them and go up and read that meter right away and send it to me. And he wasn't aware of that. And I don't know if he sent it to anybody else either.
The main meter of the pump house is what we pay out. If we read Randy's house on Monday and Steve and Chris's on Thursday, well, there's a lot of water used in between there, and then we're not getting it covered. That's the reason it's done on the same day. Now, whether you read it before you go and take the readings, or right after, but it's. We'll check with Jed and see what his thoughts are. I don't know why he's not here, but.
He's, he texted he's in Idaho or something.
If we have to, we could catch it up next month.
Okay.
Burn the dump was tabled, paying Rick quarterly instead of monthly. I talked to him and he said he's fine with that. He's been keeping his certifications for all the water and sewer, so he will continue to do that. He was planning or hoping to be here. He was questioning about getting a raise because I think we pay him, what, $25 a month for the things he does, have been for years, so I think we'll table it until he shows up or gives us a number.
Does Rick know me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's Cal Catman?
Oh, that was, the building permit. I think we got that.
For Sasha or for Lance or for Cal?
It's two names.
I think it was for Calvin. I have those. Now we just need to get
So
this.
Kelly or something?
Yeah.
No, it was for, no, it's for Lance to tear the house down
Yeah.
by the
For
fire.
Lance, I believe it was for Lance.
Okay.
And then the bar building permit, trailer house building permit, the trailer house, I don't think we need one because that's not really a house because it's, motor vehicle is pretty much what it comes with. But we still need one for the bar that was tore down and the house up here that was Charles.
I got it filled out.
Okay,
But there's no building in either one of them going on.
I know, but we need a record of the permit filled
That it
out
was
for when you
taken
tore them
down.
down. That was to be done and paid for before they were torn down, and then reimbursed after it's approved by the council. We need them in our records.
Okay, Mike, you have those?
I just gave him Joe.
Quicken, approximately $46 a year for subscription.
Yeah, that has changed, so I need to shop around on that one.
Okay.
It's changed.
Too good of a deal.
Well, I should have done it the moment that I seen it. But I need a motion to do it before I did it, so.
And access to city ordinance and property boundaries, I believe this is the ordinance book. Unpaid city bills.
Well, we need to talk about that a little bit more, about the city ordinance on the property lines.
That will be new business,
Okay.
as far as what you're talking about, where you're going.
Right. And then I'm pretty sure that the ones for the boutique are up to date. I still need to get into the account. I haven't been able to get access to clarify that, because I think they paid me in their 1 month for Mary. So they owe for this one, but not the other two.
Okay. Any other old business? Any other old business? Hearing no old business, we'll go to new business. The Crest West House. Jody Lund reached out to us. They were all ready to go. Needed an asbestos inspection, and I don't even know if the house is unlocked. How they get in or how they do that.
Isn't the door open a little bit on that?
What are you planning to do with that house?
Tear it down, haul it
I
out.
think you can go through the garage, I think used to be a door.
Well, I think the front door is.
I have a ramp that'll get you in the front
I was
door.
gonna say, if you're just gonna knock it down, you might as well knock down the door, right?
We don't own it, so that opens
It's
a whole
like
other thing if you're on
trespassing
private
there.
property and everything else.
Yeah.
But you're gonna knock it down.
Yeah.
Policies are funny.
Yeah.
How are you gonna knock it down? Talk about the legal part of it.
Because of
I
the
don't
city
understand.
ordinance.
So the guys have done the legal work to,
Letters have been sent out, no returns didn't come back, letters were returned. It's been past the 30 days.
so you're gonna go ahead and tear it down.
Well, right, but we gotta have the asbestos inspection done.
But why are you concerned about busting in the front door to do that? I'm confused.
I don't know, I guess I haven't been over there. Randy was over one time, right after Chris moved out, it was open, but
No, it was all locked up.
Oh, it was all locked
And there
up.
were no keys or nothing.
Well, Chris must have keys, yeah.
Yeah. No, it was all locked up and no keys anywhere.
Because he was going
Chris
back
did.
and forth there for a while before he sold it, or before it went up for taxes.
Yeah. And Chris didn't know anything about it, where the key was or whatever it was.
mm,
It wasn't there. So no, I didn't even go in and look at it.
okay, I will, so is it the council's approval that I can let Jody and them enter however they can and
I don't know, I got really chewing out from Lance Catman that we were doing it all wrong. You gotta go through more legal mumbo jumbo to tear down houses and then they have to appeal and everything else. And he was chewing me up and down. I said, if you're worried about it, come to the meeting.
That's what I told
Come.
you. I wish you
I
would
feel a lot
come.
less about him, that's for sure, so. But,
Why should he chew you out? He tore his own houses down.
well, he was complaining about how we went around doing it, I guess.
that was the first letter that was not
Yeah, I
legally
know, and I said,
reread or whatever, not signed and sent. That should have never happened. Not even a legal binding thing without a signature on it.
Was he talking about something past that, like the way we're tearing it down?
well, the way we went about it, I guess, is not legal the way we did it, or whatever, I guess. So I don't
I
know.
believe the ordinance spells out what you have to do next as far as the legal part of it.
Yeah.
So letters have been sent, but then there's another step beyond that.
That's
You
what,
have to get-
that's what he was saying.
Right.
I
Make any?
And what is
was
the
tired of
decision?
last year and I walked away.
What is the next step?
Yeah, can we find that?
Probably, you have a copy of the
You've got the little
I
ordinance book
don't
right
have
there.
the ordinance, they were never given to me.
The ordinance book is right there.
Oh, man, I'm start flipping through and I'm trying to.
Warranty would be in there, the new ordinance.
Oh,
The
okay.
old ordinance book.
Okay.
New ones aren't in
I
there?
think I would like to like consult it before I make decisions. That's a pretty big one. I feel
Yeah,
like.
I mean,
It's a pretty big one.
how do you get a hold of somebody when you can't get a hold of them?
And
You know, how do you,
If
I don't know.
we're gonna knock it
Yeah.
down, why can't we auction it? Wouldn't that make us more money? I don't know.
Did it go up for auction for the county?
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did?
Yeah.
Nobody bought it.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, somebody
Or I
did
mean,
buy
somebody
it.
bought it, yeah.
Can we put, but that's the guy that's not like responding, or?
correct.
Can we just, since we are now about to destroy it, can we sell it instead?
No, we don't own it.
You don't own it.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah,
Okay.
because somebody paid for it, if somebody paid for it, they own it.
Until
Until it gets
we
turned
knock
back,
it
yeah.
down, and then who owns it?
They still own it.
It's
We
assessed to
assess the
theirs.
charges on their taxes and they got 3 years to keep paying. Then it would become ours if they don't for 3 years in a row.
Okay.
Then we would assess that charge onto the lot when we tried to sell it. Okay, we better table that for a little bit and see what we can find out.
The apartment windows are all updated.
Yep,
And,
apartment window, I'm not sure if Dick's been up there and finished electrical.
I have nothing to do, I meant to get up there today, but I didn't.
Otherwise, it should be ready to rent.
Oh, no, I forgot that.
I asked around, they said like 525, 575 is pretty normal.
Agreed.
Yeah, so I just wanna make sure.
What did they pay before when they lived there?
Well, it was different for, I don't remember, rain loss, where they had 300 a month.
Something like that.
Something
We
like
were,
that.
What did Sarah?
350 or something?
yeah,
What did
and I
Sarah-
think we had Sarah up to 450.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 575.
Yeah, like prices don't live with.
Actually, I think we had Rainloft higher because he had a dog and he smoked in there.
No,
It's not.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was 450 for him or something. I can look back.
We're not gonna allow smoking in the alley, right?
And no pets.
No pets at all, huh? Oh, fair. Okay.
That needs to be drawn up so that it's in the contract when
Mhm.
they know it and sign it and advertise it.
You gotta have a lease. Do you have a lease that you use? We can print one off.
Yeah, we can find one, yeah.
So, Sasha, you wanna make a motion?
Yeah, I motion to approve. Were we doing 525 or 575?
Do you guys want to know the approximate amount that it would cost for the apartment? I don't have the exact cost. 'cause I
Like how
don't
much
remember.
total for everything? Because you
It
guys
was
are talking
around
about.
$40,000 for the cost on that house, or the apartment to do all the things that it was doing.
Okay.
That's what was spent on it?
How much?
Around $40,000.
A lot of that was, most of it was insurance.
The biggest one was the roof.
Yeah, and that should have been insurance, so you take that off of the 40.
Okay.
Because we got reimbursed, the insurance, the roof was covered. We didn't pay for it, the insurance did.
All right.
So, I mean,
So
you're
we're
you're
not-
down to 20 or under.
So that if it was 10, it was 30, it would be 30, close to 30,000.
Yeah, that's what I guesstimated when I mentioned that we fix it up.
Mhm.
A lot of the inside work was paid for the insurance too.
Was it?
Yeah, because it was damaged. It's inside.
Yeah, it's kind of
I
a
don't-
mute, it's kind of a mute point, because it's gonna take a long time to recoup that one way or the other, so.
Right, well.
Get them in there, get them paid.
Yeah, and the
I
line was,
wasn't here when the insurance part was given, so I don't know those numbers then. So then that would be something totally different.
how about we just get the thing rented?
I'll be quiet.
We won't hear your thing. I think you read that.
I mean, we can't push it off another month. I mean, we keep pushing it off, it's,
What are we
But you
pushing
did
it off for?
upgrade it,
yeah, I don't
so,
know, huh?
you did upgrade it also, so it
Right,
should
so
be,
575 should be fair.
should be high anyway.
What are you thinking? I'm curious.
I don't,
Again, like,
and more than 350 or
oh
500.
yeah,
What you also have to factor in is electricity involved in it,
Correct,
because
because
electricity
it's
is
not paid.
also expensive.
The heat
Plus
is
the
not
city
paid.
bills, is that factored into it as well? because
No, there's
that's-
separate
State
meters for all that.
Right,
They pay
Separate
their
meters
water,
for water,
sewer,
separate
garbage.
meters for heat, electric.
But that new tenant is paying that, so you
Yes.
can't, correct, so you gotta,
So our 575 would be ours.
just
Right.
right off the top, so that in the contract, you would also have to,
but they pay their utilities.
And then if you want a deposit down, first month's rent or last month's rent or
Yeah.
whatever.
I'll just steal that flyer I saw. They are doing 50% or 50% off your first month rent. Let me read it. I took a picture of one today because I thought it was a really good
As
like
an
move-in
incentive to get
incentive.
something.
Yeah, they said they are doing 50% off first month's rent, free rent for month 6, and professional moving costs covered. I do think we should give them some sort of like incentive, not just get in there fast. Should we like? I don't know. Moving is hard.
Split down the middle, is it 550?
Oh,
oh,
I think we should do 575. I guess. Like I think is that fair? And then a small incentive to move in. But I don't know what.
You can always move around from there.
Will they be required to pay the $150 deposit too, because they're new people in there?
Maybe we waive the deposit.
Well, that could be the incentive.
Yeah,
Could wait that, yeah, okay.
I mean, there's already meters already in the basement, we just got the
Right,
water turned, or not even off, but
I think you guys should screen check
Okay.
too, people.
So like,
We have somebody in mind to rent it,
I
or
don't know.
so like.
we have somebody in mind to rent it then?
There
No, we
was-
put the
there
flyers
was,
up
that
it.
was 4 months ago, so.
The
Okay, no, I just,
Yeah.
I know there's a kid from Liz has been driving by there.
oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay, so you know somebody who might want to.
No, I was just gonna say, we don't want that guy.
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
You said
You gotta put a pretty good screening on
I would
Yeah.
screen them, yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
Yeah, we don't wanna get back
because we
into the
don't
same
want trouble
situation.
again.
So is there a motion on the floor or not for the 575?
Yeah, I motioned for 575 for the apartment.
Unless you go to security deposit.
First month's rent.
Say it again.
First month's rent,
To do what?
you need a security deposit.
Is, okay.
yeah, because you've got to, like, write it down on, is there a security deposit? No.
Okay, can you make the
Yes.
motion, because I'm like floundering.
Okay, I second the motion to have the 575 rent, and I make a motion to have a security deposit of 500.
Okay, thank you.
You need a second on that
I
security.
need a
deposit?
second on the security
Yeah,
deposit.
I second.
Okay, a motion has been made and seconded for the apartment rent to be set at 575 with a $500 security deposit before moving in.
So are we gonna put an ad in? How do we get this out?
Well, we need a lease agreement or something drawn
Yeah.
up first.
What crowd are you looking for? We can just put flyers up, like, do we want a college student, or do we want like a more elderly? Well, we don't have elevators, so maybe someone younger.
Would you like me to share the lease agreement that I use all the time? There's both application and there's a lease agreement.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Send that to Shannon.
You
You
want
want
me to
to send this to you?
To the city of Nome email,
Yeah,
Shannon?
yeah, yeah, that'd be perfect. Then you can just fill in, this is the rent, this is the security deposit.
Right, but you guys would still have to look at it and see and make sure that you guys motion on it and approve it too.
Yeah. Okay,
Because there's nothing I can do without your motion.
Mhm.
So which means we won't be able to do it until next month. Unless we have like a specific meeting to do that beforehand.
Unless we do a special meeting.
lease for the apartment, 575, 500, motion on the floor.
Yeah.
Any further discussion on that? We will worry about the application, deposit, and criteria or whatever the lease agreement. Any further discussion? All in favor of accepting the motion on the floor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion passed. So if Steve gets you that application and
Lease agreement.
lease agreement, I have deposit written down, it should be lease agreement.
Yeah.
Then that can be reviewed and talked about and changed or whatever, and go from there on getting it out.
Can we go ahead and get it out and see if anyone's, or do we have to wait till the next city council meeting? Is it something that Shannon can email to the council members and we can review?
Well, we still have a special meeting to get together and vote. You can't do that electronically.
Okay.
And we're gonna need a special meeting, the way it sounds, for our budgeting anyway, that should be starting this month.
Okay, very good. Can you print that lease and maybe you could do that right now?
City of Fargo bill, what's that?
So I have not seen the City of Fargo bill yet. And so that's another reason why we didn't have updated bills, is because I also was not, I wasn't sure for the Jed and Rick how they were gonna get paid in order to be able to have an updated budgeting finance on here.
Well, the City of Fargo just sent us a bill in the mail, right?
Yeah, and I have not seen it.
That's not unusual.
Okay.
Okay,
What's that for?
for the water testing that we're
Oh,
taking,
okay,
sends
yeah,
on
yeah,
there.
Yep,
It's a $14 bill.
yep.
And as far as Rich and Jed, we pay Rich, I'll talk with Jed. And if he thinks he needs to get something, we can discuss it at our special meeting.
Well, Jed went and read all the meters, didn't he, Mary?
He read them, yeah,
So
but
what should-
mostly on his own.
Yeah,
Because he had asked me where,
So then he certainly should get paid for doing
he
that.
didn't know.
Just split it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna split it, because then Rich would be totally upset.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
he should have walked with them to each and every house.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the way everybody's trained is different, don't they?
Mhm.
Especially training people.
Right, need all the information.
So I guess there will need to be a motion made to pay them both for 2 months, and then Rich is done after July's reading,
At the end of July.
end of July, so that he does the reading with them, or if Jed has questions.
Right.
I make a motion to approve 2 months for Rich
And Jed.
and Jed. Thank you.
I'll second.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve paying both Rich and Jed for June and July's water business per se. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion passed. Michael's got the paperwork for the barn and the house, Bobcat bill.
Have not seen it.
That won't be here until we've got to pay it in September.
Okay.
It's a one-time yearly payment to the bank.
Yeah, you just mentioned it, so I threw it down.
Budgeting for 26, we don't have any of the info tonight, so we can't start on it. We will have to pick a date in the next week or so to get started. I believe we have to do the first reading, review, and have at least 2 weeks between it, and then do another review at, let's per se, the next meeting, and then it can be finalized and sent to the county. Okay, city ordinance, distance between properties.
What is it?
I don't know, are you talking about the distance between property on the townhouse that's going up on the west side of town?
Yes.
That's embarrassing. So far, that's embarrassing. Has everybody seen this? Somebody put a motor home right on the property line,
So-called property line.
Yep.
which nobody knows for sure, and there's a stake there where they plan to strip the lot.
Correct.
Right,
You also need to look
so
at
going back to the ordinance, what's it saying there for your dwellings from the property line?
The way the ordinance reads as far as the setback of the property is decided by the city council. The city council is the zoning commission.
Yeah.
There is no certain number. The city council decides that. According to Barnes County zoning, they suggested that you at least keep that number consistent from property to property. You can make it right up to the line. You can make it 5 feet, you can make it 1 feet. The zoning commission, which is you people, decide how much that should be. There is no ordinance in the city of Nome that says how much that line should be.
There you go.
That is decided on an individual basis. But again, the zoning commissioner from Barnes County suggested that you be consistent on your number.
And with the townhouses, we just basically said it was 0.
Yep. Now, here's the thing. How can you tell 100% that that's not my property or that property?
What did
Now,
your survey say when you bought it?
I did not have a survey. You're building something too. Did you guys have a survey?
They plan to, yes.
Okay, then that solves and squashes everything.
Not with a motorhome in the way.
You don't have to move in order to get a survey done.
That's one of the dumbest things I've seen so far in this city.
Well, when someone
So-
says that,
So I can take my tractor and whatever and go park it on the other side of your, on the west side of your camper until you prove to me that that's your property.
well, here's the thing though, is when you are getting told that the property is going to be dug up no matter what, without it being surveyed, what do you expect a person to do?
Get a survey.
I got,
Yeah.
I have a tape, I know how many feet your property is.
But you don't know
Is this
how.
Without you being a certified surveyor, knowing where the pin is, for anything
No,
to
we
start
do know where
from.
the pin is.
Well, then you gotta
On
start
their
from there,
Property,
and you gotta keep going all the way over until you get to there and whatever.
that's what they
That's
did.
what they did.
I have a 300-foot tape, I went 200 feet.
On that pin.
Because them stakes that are out there are my stakes, and Steve and I did that to give Jerome an idea of what his lot size was.
Right.
So the stakes aren't even 100%
No.
anyways.
No.
But isn't the
On
surveyor
either
gonna,
side.
the surveyor will go up the pin?
Yes.
Yes.
So
There
if
is
you
no
go,
pin.
Yes, it is. There's a pin on her property.
so if you go by that pin, on your,
There's no pin.
Yeah.
There's no pin.
Yes, there is a pin there.
Where at?
There's a pipe.
It's a piece of pipe sticking in the ground.
Whatever it is, I was always told years ago when I
I know.
owned that property that it was the pin.
I know that's the property line, but she's disputing it. Because if you move it,
But that's what I was
if you
told.
move it to the
Here's
east,
a,
And that
here's a
was her
suggestion
design,
for
that's what-
everybody. Both the people that are building on that lot and the people that have a problem with what the lot line is would split the survey
And
Exactly.
I offered that too, and I was told no.
Who'd you offer that to?
Mike,
no, I did. I said,
yes, I did.
and I told you, I have no control who pays for it. I said, you should have had your property surveyed.
You
When
don't
you
have
buy
to, you don't have to when you're buying it. But if you're building on it, you certainly
And
should.
Kenny
No,
should have
no.
done it, he didn't do it either.
You should survey your property when you buy it.
But you don't have to necessarily if it's a empty.
So here's
lot.
what's gonna happen now. We will switch it north and south, and then the city's gonna have to make a road, continue their road, and maintain that road down to the lift station.
Okay,
that's gonna cost the city a lot of money.
So,
it's already been a road, there's gravel under the grass.
Right, so then we're gonna have plenty of feet between Gail and Jeannie's lot and your lot, but you're still gonna survey that, because they might wanna put a fence up on the line.
So I have to survey it for them to put a fence up.
Unless you want it on your property, so-called property, where you have your motorhome.
Correct. Well, that's the thing, I mean, if they want to put up a fence, would they not get it surveyed so that they can make sure that they're on their property? And that motorhome would not be there if I wasn't told.
Is that motorhome on your property? You have no idea because you haven't had it surveyed. You're guessing.
Right. But when I got told that I'm blading no matter what, and I don't care if there's any survey, that prevents it to make sure that we don't have to go back to court to go, okay, now they bladed my property. There's no way to say that it's whose property right now because their survey is not done. And so that prevents any further going about until the survey is done.
So you just move a vehicle there.
So honestly,
Right.
when, what's his name, bought it from Fargo and Kenny bought some of those lots, it should have been surveyed then. They just took an estimate and took it down the middle. That's what they did.
But the thing is when you get told someone's gonna blade it no matter what do? Just let them blade it and then have to fix their mess up? No. So how about, plain and simple, do a survey. I have somebody online that will do it for at least 1,000 is what they start off of. It could be 1,500 and split it down the middle. I offered that. I spoke to you about that.
You should have spoke to Jeannie and Gail. I was trying to make common sense conversation with you, and I didn't get any.
How soon could he do that when you talked to him?
I don't know because I told him it was up for conversation tonight. But the thing is when I didn't know who to talk to about it, and you said you were still going to go down the road.
You were sitting right here when Jeannie got the building permit.
There's a building permit that's been approved, right?
Yeah.
Right, but how can you tell where the property line is and isn't?
Like talking to the people that bought it, that's on the building permit, would have been the logical thing to do.
Right, but I
Here's
have not
this-
had a chance to come over here and talk to Jeannie because I have been working. So instead of being told third party that a dozer was gonna come in there and just start ripping up, instead of Jeannie also taking the initiative to come over and talk to me as well. It's not just one party, this is a two-party situation.
Three party.
Those are sitting there.
3 or 5 the way it sounds to me.
Right, if it's three parties,
Big deal.
okay, so who's gonna be on the west side lots? That's the only person I need to speak to. Because the other side, if they don't get it zoned or, surveyed on that side, that's not bothering me. It's only the west side that is bothering me because that's the property line. We need to figure out the property line.
So here's the other.
But they have a dozer over there today, and I'm pretty sure if I didn't put my motorhome there, then it probably would have been ripped up without it being surveyed. All I'm asking for is a survey. And all of you guys are attacking me right now, telling me that I can't do what I'm doing. No, by law, you can have a survey done. No, I don't have to foot the whole bill.
But did common sense ever apply to you?
Okay, we're getting a little out
Stop.
of hand.
So here's the other.
Because
There's total.
I spoke to Mike,
Point my
and
finger.
Gail should, or Jeannie, or whoever owns that side of the lot should have come and talked to me and said, okay, let's figure this out. No, he said he was gonna get a dozer out there and he was just gonna start blading up the ground. So this prevents that from happening so that we all have time to assess what's actually the property line. Now, if my motorhome was not there, I know for a fact it would have been bladed up.
When?
I don't know, you just brought a dozer over there today,
I
right?
never did.
Well, whoever brought the dozer over today, and you said that the dozer was gonna start blading this week,
Wait.
so.
So here's the other option.
Here's the option, there's a
Mike?
survey
Gosh.
that needs to be done.
Mike, before you do that, so, do you have any idea when you could get a survey done?
I'm in the process of talking to somebody, but I'm not footing the whole bill.
I'm not saying you have to, but from the experience of everybody I've talked to, it's really hard to get a surveyor out here. And Gail was trying to get it for the last 3 years.
Mike and I have been trying to get a survey here.
Well,
I
I'm
called this
talking to
morning.
somebody right now,
I
so.
called this morning, left a message, they never got back to me.
Yep, I just had somebody call me.
So, option 2 is, it's a so-called 80-foot strip there. Is the town willing to give up 20 feet? That they, variance, that they buy a 20-foot, 25-foot strip from the city?
Toward the street on the east side.
On the east side of the so-called property line.
So we won't have our street made then either.
That way, they would move it east, and it would be, then you don't, it'll be put east and west. You don't have to worry about making the road, maintaining the road. It'll be far enough from the property line to Shannon's.
That makes sense.
What'd you say about the street?
Then you
If
wouldn't
we
have to
move it
build a
20
street.
feet over, we
See,
won't
we
have a
have to
street
do
there.
anything either.
We won't have a street there?
Would we?
Oh, I know.
But
I wish I had a map,
There's
so
an
we talk
80
about stuff like
feet,
this.
80 feet there now?
Oh, we're talking about this road.
But you could move it 20
Like your
feet
house
over on
is
that road.
Here,
40
this is the
feet,
camper.
40.
Where's
How
this?
So instead of the road being 80 feet wide, it would
So
be
there's
60
an
feet
alleyway
wide.
this way,
And there's no road there
right?
fishing
Okay, this is the road
anyways.
that goes to my
Right.
All you
house.
need
And
is
there's, there would be no reason
Is
to
there an
have
alleyway
it,
back here?
because
No,
Loshie's
no,
on the left
it's
side.
No,
We have to maintain so that the pump crew people can get back there and maintain. it.
Right, and there's plenty of room
And
for
that's where they
that.
got the road?
Yeah, they wanna take
So,
this part of it. Instead of getting a survey.
there's a street sign there,
And how would that take our street?
Cause there's,
so you're not gonna maintain a road with a street sign
That's not even a
anyway,
road
so
right
if
now,
it's
is it?
just a
It's
foot
grass.
to
grass,
the west
but
of
it's
there,
still a road.
would
It's
give
still
them
an alleyway because they have to have access to all this.
plenty of-
area.
property,
Why, I thought the
if
truck
we can
was gonna
measure
go
it,
down
it's gonna
here.
be
We
over
talked about
100
that.
feet. That's the simplest solution.
I thought the trucks were like gonna go in and.
The simplest.
No, this is,
This is
this is,
not
there's
in the same
a,
road.
right here, there's a pump house, right behind Ed Loshie's house here.
Okay.
And then, how often does something go down here?
Ed's using it daily.
Ed is?
Ed drives back there daily, whether he's pulling a trailer up by his new garage or in out
It goes back
daily.
there to the alley.
And somebody drives that alley back there too, because I see, tire marks on that far side all the
Here?
time.
I'm still,
Back here. So they have to be driving back here. I see tire marks over here all the time.
this like
West of your house?
behind all your like plants and stuff back there behind your shit?
Well,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, they
They go right
actually,
back there?
Uh-huh.
the west side of her house is actually should be an avenue and then the alley in the back.
I had no idea.
And then there's like another, actually this street would continue.
But it's the trees.
So
And how
it's
would
up
we
to
leave the
the
street? But I'm
city
confused.
council
I'm
members.
too funny here.
Well, it would change from 80 feet to 60 feet.
This
little
one?
This
Or-
little one right here.
And all I'm asking for is just a survey to make sure that the property line is the property line.
Is it really 80 feet?
That's what I don't remember them being 80, I thought they were 40.
But
They're
you told,
Everything's
you
80.
told me you didn't want them right up to next to
So
you
it
anyway.
goes at 80 on the map.
Hmm.
So it's probably 80 and then there's, because I think they told me they're like 45 or 60 wide, so if there's 10 on each side, they'd be 60 as far as a boulevard or sidewalk or whatever.
So on this west side of your house, there's an alley that goes that way. There's an alley right behind your house
Right.
as well. The alley behind your house is only a 20-foot alley.
Yeah, and somebody goes back there and drives all the time. I see marks or tire
They're-
marks all the
they're-
time.
You can't stop
them
them.
to do that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with
No, I'm saying that it's being used is what I'm saying.
Sometimes it's Otter Tail Power Company checking their line.
Right,
Yeah,
because they got a
so
line
they would
running
be-
there.
Yeah, So it's being used is all I'm saying.
And maybe Rick got somebody from Enderlin to come up and start spraying mosquitoes.
Right.
He's-
Which would
He's
be
not doing
nice.
it no more, they will spray along the shelter belt and stuff, but I guess as far as that 20 feet or whatever it is, that's up to the council, I don't get a vote.
It's the most logical.
All I'm asking for is a survey to get it done, and then, I mean, I could talk to this person and see when their availability is. I've actually talked to two surveyors, and they said just let them know. One didn't get me a price, and one did say it started at $1,000. So,
But they didn't say when they'd be able to do it.
Is this like a one or the
no,
other?
because I didn't tell them I was gonna do it right now.
We did have a surveyor for Valley City that surveyed this lot over here. It was an auditor's lot before that we had surveyed, it was $3,000. You'll see that in the records.
That was like quite a few lots, so wasn't it? When we sold them,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
That was many lots.
Yes,
And then it was the shelter belt curve.
Right,
And
right.
that's what
So-
property is.
yeah, so it's this piece of property right here.
That was Smith's house.
But that's also surveying the whole portion. You're not having to survey the whole portion, you're only having to survey
Well,
They have to
two
so they
small
surveyed,
lots.
they surveyed this block, now you want to survey this block.
Nope, you only have to survey lot 8 and lot 9.
No, you don't.
They have to figure out.
You gotta go
where
to
the
your corners
Corners
first.
are,
Well, why? Well, that,
if that isn't.
if you want to find out where the line is between 8 and 9, that would require this block to be surveyed.
Yes.
Right, the whole block.
There happens to be across the street, I think right here, there is some permanent surveyor marks there. We found the one over here, which is about in here someplace. We weren't able to find the other one over here.
And that's
But the
where,
surveyor should know where these marks
Which
are at.
Richard and
And there is, over here,
Yep, because his was surveyed.
there's actually a permanent marker in the middle of the highway over here, and I think that's about where it is, if I'm not mistaken. So sometimes they have to go off of that, if they're not aware of where these are at or can't find it. But this, this outfit in Valley City already did this, so they would know exactly where these marks are, and maybe it would be easier to come off of here to go to there, I don't know.
That's what they do. They find them
Mhm.
that are
was
already
that
there.
KLJ that we did that with?
Yep,
Yeah, and they're spendy anyway.
Yes.
but half the price that Moore was. Remember, I got that price from Moore, it was $6,000, and they were about $3,000. They're not as proud as your prices as Moore is.
That way they're not as busy and need more work.
And I don't know in the survey world, whether Moore does it or KLJ, if that's recorded somewhere that the next surveyor could get at that, I don't know. That's a surveyor
Like a
question.
public record.
Yeah,
thing.
right.
It sure should be.
But if you guys know where this one is,
Yeah, right in there someplace.
So what discrepancy, are we talking 20 feet, 10 feet?
They were
You
talking
know,
about inches probably.
well, right now, all I'm saying is getting it surveyed so I know what side is mine and what side is theirs. It's not that hard. I mean, yeah, we could look up a survey, try to figure it out and stuff. But when you don't have a moment to even try to figure that out and someone tells you very next week, well, it's gonna get dozed, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Let it get dozed up and deal with it? Or take action right now before it is dozed up so that the grass isn't getting ruined? And figure it out now and then go from there. I mean, stop. How would you like it
I was
if
gonna say, I feel like you would do
your
the same thing, Steve.
neighbor would literally start putting their stuff on your property and you're like, no, this is mine, we'll get it surveyed. So then you have to prove that it's yours so that they would leave you alone, correct? How would you feel if your feet were in my shoes right now?
How do you feel now? How do you think they feel with a camper sitting on, possibly on their property.
Well, they didn't get told that their stuff was gonna get plowed regardless, did they? They didn't get told it was just gonna get dozed up without even speaking to the
So-
other party.
So it is inches, so how, what is,
Do you think maybe we could come to an
No,
agreement?
looking through the book, there is nothing in our city ordinances that depicts what there is a distance between property lines. But I know in a lot of other cities there are.
Yeah, a
In
lot of
Dallas
them.
City, when I lived there, it used to be 3 feet from the property line that any overhang from your roof can now be no closer than 3 feet. Not the wall, the overhang, whatever else. Now they've gone to 10 feet. So
Yeah.
I think we need to do further discussion on, we can't do it right now and this is what it's gonna be because it takes 3-4 readings to make an ordinance. What's gonna be the property line distance?
I mean, think
But we
about it,
should
if
have
you
one
guys
for
were
future.
there and somebody was building and they wanted to put it right there, I mean, would you not wanna try to find out? Would you not wanna try to figure it out before it was?
Do you think that you guys could come to like a solution before the $3,000 survey? Like, do you think maybe,
If Mike's out of the conversation, and if Steve's out of the conversation.
so you and Jeannie maybe meet over this?
So I have a question. We got that building permit a month ago, and I heard nothing.
Right, because I didn't see any paint markings or anything of the sort until last week. No flags until last week, no nothing.
So if you were concerned then, or this week, why weren't you concerned when the permit was issued?
I didn't know it was gonna be over on that side.
Yeah, I think she was just reacting, and I think now we should come to a solution instead of worrying about why.
Well, I
But we
feel
don't
just
think
as
people
much
should
jumped
move
on
on
as you
because
did.
you okay.
Right, but the thing is he sat there and told me that a dozer's coming in with regardless.
That's because that's what he was told.
Right, so how am I supposed to take it when I don't even get the
So,
chance to
let's get
figure out
back
if
to
it's
the
my grass or
20
your
foot
grass?
We've heard this
And I
over
don't
and
know
over.
where this was coming from you. And
Do we
this is
want
all
two
new to
houses
me.
in town or do we not? My
See,
question
that's the
was
common
getting to
sense
that
part that
point.
isn't applying here, is that there's somebody that wants to build a house that's gonna raise the tax revenue for the city, which it could use, once again.
And you
But
got
I
people
also
that-
paid for my property and I wanna make sure it's my property. Was that your
Do
money
you
that did it?
understand what it means when they strip a lot?
He said he was stripping it all the way.
That's what
And
they
then I
do.
started to look at the building permit, and the building permit, the house is 100 feet to 100 feet, so it goes across the whole lot. So that's a house, not anything else, that's a house potentially being on my part of the property.
It goes
So
straight
the
to
building permit that we issued
Yeah.
a month ago said that house was gonna be 100 feet, and there, nobody questioned it then.
Yeah, I missed looking at the width of it.
Yeah, so did I. But that's a potential of a home now on my property, not just maybe a
It's not on your
fence.
property.
Potential, did you hear me? Potential. It is a potential home that's gonna be on my property if it's my property. All I'm saying is prove me wrong. It's not that big of a deal, but you guys are making it this huge thing. All I'm asking for is a survey.
Survey all you want.
But I also shouldn't have to foot the whole bill when
That's why
you
I
guys are
suggested-
building.
That's why I suggested that you, the two of you split it. I think they're willing to split the cost of the survey.
They were.
Well, you're building a new home, so figure it out. How about that? And then I
I
won't
just
talk
have
to
a
nobody
question.
about nothing,
Shannon?
and it'll just
No,
sit there.
Shannon.
Yeah,
No,
the
conversation's over.
So when we bought the lots, the stakes that you and Steve put in don't mean anything?
No,
They were just
they aren't surveyed.
No,
We're not surveyors. We
right, I
measured.
understand
and
that.
we
But
got-
you looked at the city books and this is where you deemed the lots were.
did you
The
measure?
map, they went by the map.
So these two measured the stakes that are there, and now I'm being attacked by one of them saying that it's not correct. Well, then, you're the one that sat there and said it was correct the first time, but now you're saying it's not correct now. So why is it so hard to just have a survey done?
say it was hard to have a survey done. I suggested what you do is have a survey done, because you should have had it done when you bought the property. They should have it done before they build a house.
Are certain
So
surveyors
that's why I would
licensed?
suggest that both. of
They
you
should all be
split the house.
licensed. And they must
So we
be.
have proof,
Yeah,
I mean, that her survey that she's looking at is licensed? She's talking to someone online, are they North Dakota residents, are they North Dakota certified? That's what I wanna know. Are we able to get the one out of Valley City that they used? A
Yes.
survey
he
is gonna have to be as
Fargo.
good as his licenses.
What's the name in Fargo?
Nasette.
Nesset or Besset?
Nesette. That's one of them
They're
that
gonna
I
come out
talked
here for
to.
$1,000?
That's what, I don't know if he was the one from, for the $1,000 or the other guy is, cause I've spoken to two. So, and I don't save their number in my phone, so when they call me, I'm, you know.
They're not. It's all about the 20-foot strip.
I think no matter what, we're gonna have a survey before it's gonna be, or it's gonna be ill feelings for the rest of the, forever, so pretty much gotta get that done first.
Yeah. Did you hear that?
And that lot shouldn't be,
So that might make a decision later, right?
shouldn't have to give up 20 feet. I would think that your building thing should have been ready to go on your property line there. Obviously, it's not.
Yeah, see, they're just gonna go and build and they don't even know if it's gonna be on their property line. That's another thing, I mean,
So
Well,
it's,
it will be now.
but it potentially wouldn't have been before unless I put my motor home there.
Under your assumption.
Well, that's what everybody's going under right now.
Right, it's all assumption.
Okay, so we're having a survey, is that right? Is that what we're gonna do?
Well, we're not, the city's not.
I'm not talking to you.
Julie's the one that needs to.
Yes? I don't know.
So you don't
If we get
want
more information,
no,
we
I'm
need
not
more
gonna shut
information
up.
on the survey. Because right now it's just open-ended. There's been contact to a surveyor. Will they come out here? What will it cost? This is all the information that needs to be obtained before these decisions can be made.
So that's between
You
you
guys.
three?
But if you, now we're gonna, you told me today you're gonna flip it sideways, which makes it 40 feet.
It's 60 feet leeway. I think we can put a twin home in there and hit their property.
Yeah.
So you're talking from switching it this way to this way on both property lots. So if they sold the place, then they would have to figure out a,
Well, twin
They
home
would-
is sold separately, it doesn't matter how it sits on.
They would split all 4 lots the other way.
Mhm.
So instead of facing that gravel road, you're gonna face like
Yeah.
beds.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won't face the main street.
But it still needs to be surveyed from,
Right.
North or east to or north to south, so you know where middle is.
Right.
right. They don't have to, because their twin home's going on their property.
but they don't know where the
But-
property is.
But then do they know where the center of that property is when it ever gets sold?
Well, it doesn't matter if it's on the center or off center, you know, because some people butt it up to the front, have more backyard and whatnot, so that doesn't really matter.
But in the future,
Hmm?
in the future, it might.
Then
They'll
when
deal
they
with
sell
it.
it or whatever, then
Well, I
that's
know that,
whoever.
but I'm saying in the future, if they're, yeah.
You guys might wanna work with it.
It's getting strict tomorrow morning, so.
Well,
Is that what they said?
Yeah, 8 o'clock, he's firing up the cat. and the city will be making a road.
So you haven't still haven't answered the question about the city giving up part of that.
Right, that'd make a better solution.
I think that's something that needs to be decided.
Somebody make a motion.
Well, this is kind of how it seems like, since I've been on the city council, there's been, the city's looking great, there's new growth coming in, and I know, Randy, you said you came on the city council, which has kind of haunted me to not have this happen, to have us not, build the community, to not have any, is